everybody. Today we're going to be trying something different. This is a game called Baseball Time, and it's similar to, well, I'll just read it here. Baseball Time was written by Jason Mabry and inspired by Hockey Time and Football Time, which were created and written by Jason Graham. So I've been playing a lot of Football Time by Jason Graham. And Jason did create Football Time, also Hockey Time, which at some point I will have some videos of. That's also a pretty good game. He did a boxing game. He did a Racing Time game, which is here, Racing Time, which I printed off. I haven't played yet. He also made a game called Flash Racing, which I have played, and it's a really great game. I actually played a whole racing season, had a really good time with that, and looking forward to my second season. But yeah, so at some point in time I'll have Racing Time. I'll get a video going of that too. So, but anyways, Jason did not create anything for baseball, and this other fellow, Jason Mabry, decided, hey, I'm gonna try this out, and so he's put something together. I've read through the rules. You can tell it's inspired by Jason's time games. It plays, pretty much the same. So we're gonna give this a go today. Let's pick some teams here. The Western Canadian League here, up here in Saskatchewan, Saskatoon just got a team. They were in it before. They were the Saskatoon Yellow Jackets. They dropped out of the league a number of years ago, but this year they're back in. They've got their own franchise again. They've called themselves, get this, the Saskatoon Berries. Kind of embarrassing, but I was like, what's the deal? Why are you guys calling yourself the Berries? Ridiculous. But they put out their logo, and it's actually kind of cool, and their colors are good, and I'm looking forward to watching some live baseball here pretty soon. I think closer to the end of May here, they'll be playing their home opener. So, and it's against Regina. So I guess, yeah, let's just play the Berries, Saskatoon Berries versus the Regina Red Sox. So we'll say the Berries are playing at home here. All right, and so let's create our scoreboard here, quick and easy. All right, there we go. 9 innings. Let's see what happens here. Let's maybe see how close we get to the actual game score. Okay, so first we have to actually create our teams. So let's see. This is our team creation chart here. All right, so we'll start here with, you got to give ratings to every inning. So we'll start, might as well put here Regina. And this is Saskatoon. So yeah, we got a bunch of different ratings here. So we'll start here with Regina, and we'll just kind of go with the same, because you got to rate them once for each inning. And we'll just extend this down for Saskatoon. And so this rating here will be for batting and running. B and R. This will be for pitching and fielding, and this will be for closer and fielding. All right, and then we'll do the same thing for. It's getting a little bit messy. I should have maybe used some graph paper or something. This is for Saskatoon. This will be batting and running, pitching and fielding, and then closer and fielding. So we just roll 1d6. So you can see on the table here for batting and running, we'll just basically run through it. But it's going to be actually a lot of die rolls here. Like for each team, it's going to be like 27, I think. Or maybe the closer How's the closer and fielding work there? Creating your teams. Inning 1 to 8, use pitching and fielding. And inning 9 and overtime, use the closer and fielding chart for the fielding team. Okay, I think for 1 to 8, we just use this chart, pitching and fielding, and for inning 9 and overtime, we just use that. So we actually do have to do an overtime rating too. So we'll do the overtime rating over here. This will be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right. Okay, I think I get it. Okay, let's start. So Regina, inning 1 is for batting, and I'm just going to run batting and running across. Inning 1 is an A. Inning 2 is an A. Oh boy, Regina's going to have a pretty solid team here. That's a C. It's a D. That is a D. Another D. Oh boy, they start out strong, but 3 Ds in a row. I guess Ds are better than Fs. That's a C. That is a B. And 9, we've got to use this closer and fielding. Oh no, sorry, we're still doing batting and running, so we just go right across here. So that's that's an F in the 9th inning. That's not good. And then overtime is a D. All right, pitching and fielding. That's a C. That is a D for inning 2. Inning 3, that is a B. That is another B. That is a C. So, okay, inning 6 is a C. Inning 7 is a C. Inning 8 is a C. Inning 9. Oh, inning 9 is supposed to go to closer and fielding, so that is a B. Right? Yes. So that's a B, and overtime again on the closer and fielding would be a B. All right, so I actually didn't need this here. The closer and fielding is automatically just on that last chart. Okay, that's fine. So let's turn to Saskatoon. And for their batting and running, that's a D. That is a C. Okay, inning 3 is a D. Inning 4 is a B. Inning 5 is a D. No, not a lot of 6s being rolled. Well, that's not true. Regina got 2 6s in a row. C for inning 6. Oh, there you go. An A for inning 7. C for inning 8. C for inning 9. And for overtime, a D. All right, for their pitching and fielding. An A for inning 1. A C for inning 2. A D. Another D. A C for inning 5. Inning 6 is an A. Inning 7 is a inning 7 is a C. Inning 8 is a B. Inning 9 is on the closer and fielding chart. Inning 9 is a C. And overtime will be a B. Okay, there's, again, we don't need this here. There it is. So actually what we need to do now is write down their ratings. And what I'll do is I'll get in the frame here, sorry. I'm just going to write them small in the corner here, what they match up against, and I'll use the same thing for the scoreboard here. So we have to use the we have to determine whether the teams have star players. So I will roll for Regina. So a 1 to 4 is no, and a 5 to 6 is yes. No star players for Regina, so I just won't mark anything. And Saskatoon, do you have a star player? You do. Saskatoon. So if yes, roll a d6 again. So it's basically even or odd. It's even. We roll on chart A. We'll see what kind of star player they have. They have a star pitcher. Interesting. So I guess we'll put it here. Star pitcher. All right. So Saskatoon's playing at home. Star pitcher. We'll see what happens. Star pitcher, basically, because he's a pitcher, he's part of the pitching and fielding, so you're allowed to boost up one of your ratings one of your inning ratings here in your pitching and fielding. So, one of these D's I can bring up to a C. So interesting, because you can look to see, like Regina's inning 4 is a D versus our pitching and fielding of D. This is C versus D. Like A versus C here. A versus C is actually a B. So yeah. So let's just go through and we'll choose that later. Also, because of the home team, they also get to boost up a second rating, whatever rating they want in whatever inning. So, okay, let's start with Regina. Regina is an A versus an A. So you take the battering and running, and you go against the pitching and fielding, and then you cross-reference it here. So A versus A is a C. So let's put it up here. C. You might not be able to see it. It's so small. A versus C is a B. C versus D is a C. D versus D is a D. And next is a D versus C is a D. D versus A. D versus A is an F. 7 is C versus C, and that's a C. And inning 8, a B versus B, it's a C. Inning 9, an F versus C is an F. It's not a good rating to have in your 9th inning. And I'm not going to, I might as well do it. D versus B for overtime. D versus B. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do that if it's tied at the end. Otherwise, I'm not. So, okay, let's move to the berries here. We have D versus C. It's a D. C versus D is a C. D versus B, D to B, A is an F. B to B is a C. D to C, D to C is a D. C to C is a C. A to C is a B. C to C is a C. C to B is a D. All right. So Saskatoon, first, because they have a star pitcher. Now, what's the rule there? I think because they have a star fielder, they can improve their pitching and fielding. Yes, by 1. So what do they want to improve here? I mean, this is an F, and so, or this is actually, let's look at the 9th inning. This is a C because they have a C versus B. C versus B is a D. But if they go to B versus B, it turns into a C. How about this one? No, they can't. Oh no, I'm talking here. I'm talking here. So if you're doing your fielding, you're talking about wanting to, I'm going backwards there actually. We want to improve our pitching and fielding, so it's going to affect theirs. So we want to maybe increase ours so that one of their offensive ratings goes down. So this is a D. Sorry, this is an A versus C. A versus C is a B. But if we make it A versus the B, it's still a B. So that's no good. Let's see. D versus C. It's still a D. Boy, this is harder than I thought. I thought I'd just like pick one and all would be good. Let's see. B versus B is a C, but B versus A is still a C. I want to pick something that really makes a difference here, so let's go this one here. This is a D versus C, and if I make it D versus B, D versus C, D, D versus C is a D, but D versus B is an F. D versus B, so I'll turn this up to a B, so it becomes D versus B. D versus B is an F, so this goes from a D to an F. So good. So that's for my pitcher, and now my home rating, I can make anything increase by 1 here. So what I'm going to increase is, what's this, C versus B. Sorry, this is C versus B is a D. C versus B is a D. But if it's a B, B versus B is a C. How about this F rating here? This is a D versus a B. D versus B. What about a C versus B? It makes it up to a, I'll change this to a C. So C versus B, it moves up to a D. All right, good. There's my 2 rating increases. All right, so the teams have been created. All is good now. Now we can move over here to our charts and we can just basically start rolling up the game here. Actually, sorry, what I'll do is I'll move this over here and make sure I'm in the video here, and let's go. So let's just start. And I don't want to explain the rules. I'm just going to kind of start rolling and playing, and you'll see you're basically, whatever your rating is, like Regina is going to be up first. They have a C rating, so you go to the C table here, you roll a die, and then you just follow the rules. And it's a quick play. The innings are basically 1 roll, maybe a couple rolls depending on what the results come up with. But let's just go here and get this game going here. So the Red Sox, top of the first inning, C, and we roll a 3, and they got a 1 RBI, and it's got a star, so that's a special C. 1 RBI, and then re-roll on column B, it says. Is that right? But that says for special A. That's a really good question. Three types of results can be rolled on an inning: a run or run score that asks you to roll again, keep the inning going; a run or run score that do not ask you to roll again; a non-run scoring play that results in inning be over. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I was under the impression that these starred results, only refer to this special C table. And the only way you get to the special C table, if you roll a 1 here, then you re-roll on the special C table, and then the stars here relate to these here. But they do give stars up here, so I'm going to have to assume that they also refer to here. But anyways, that's the way we're going to play it. So they get an RBI, and the star means reroll on column B. So they do have one RBI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track on this D10. All right. So they get one RBI, and I got a reroll on B. And I got a 2, and they got two RBIs, so that's 3. They scored 3. And, oh no, 2 RBIs on a roll of 1 to 3. I didn't roll a 1 to 3, so they do not get 2 RBIs. There's 2 stars there, roll again in column C, but does that mean that they only roll in column C if you go roll a 1 to 3, or do you automatically roll in column C? I'm going to say you automatically roll in column C. Anyway, so we're back to column C. We rolled a 6 and struck him out. It's a strikeout, so they end that inning with 3 runs. All right. Berries are up to bat. Bottom of the first, rolling in column D. Roll a 4 and fielded. So no runs for Saskatoon. All right. We are in inning number 2. Regina rolling on B. That's a strikeout. So nothing in that inning. You can see how quick it goes, right? I mean, I think, to tell you the truth, the longest time taken up in this game is when you're actually having to do all the inning comparisons and setting up your, but once you start rolling, it goes by pretty quick. So a 6 for Saskatoon on C, strikeout. All right. We are in inning, top of the third. Regina. Oh, I spelled that wrong there. Got to put the A in there. So the Red Sox with a 6 under the C column, strikeout. It's funny, in the other time games by Jason, the higher numbers are the ones where you're scoring touchdowns and everything, and the lower numbers are where you're like throwing interceptions and stuff. But this game is kind of opposite. The lower numbers are actually scoring a more. So when I'm rolling a 5 and a 6, I'm like, oh, we're going to see something, but we're actually ending the inning. Okay, so on the D column for the bottom of the third with a 5, strikeout. No scores run there. Let's make those zeros like that. So still 3-0 for Regina. Inning 4, we're rolling on the D column and a 2, and they got an RBI. Yes, RBI, and what is going on here? Like, what does the star mean? I don't know, because this is column D. Brother. I'm going to say you just re-roll on the table, but then you got the 2 stars. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. I'm just going to re-roll on column D. So they got 1 RBI and they got a 5, which is a strikeout. So Regina scores 1 that inning, so we're up 4-0. All right, Saskatoon. This is the bottom of the 4th with a 1. Oh, special C. See, now you go to the special table and you roll here. And it's a 6. And they get a walk. And according to, that's 2 stars. So you roll again on column C. So we go back to column C. So they got a walk, but big deal. It doesn't really mean anything. Just a little flavor. And fielded. And so they end the inning stranding that walked guy in the base, I guess. So we're looking at 4-0 still. Okay, Regina onto the F column. A 1. They get a special F. Oh, a one-run homer on a 1 to 2. Oh, they did. They got a 1-run homer. So they hit a home run. So let's say they have 1. And the 1 star means and roll again on column F, which we will do. 5. No, strikeout. So they score another run. 5-0 for Saskatoon. Let's hope this isn't what happens in Saskatoon's home opener here coming up at the end of May. And it is a home opener against Regina, actually. So that's still 5-0, and we're calling column D for Saskatoon now. Oh, they get 1 run on error. Nice. So their first run of the game. 5-1. Top of the 6th under column F for Regina. They get a 4 fielded. No, that is no run scored. Let's just move that over. And Saskatoon under column C now. They get a 2. C2, a run on error. So another run on another error. So that's Regina Red Sox 5, Saskatoon Berries 2. Top of the 7th. Column C for Regina. That's a 6. Strikeout. No runs there. Column B for Regina, or for Saskatoon, bottom of the 7th. Okay. Oh, no, strikeout. Oh boy. Saskatoon is going down here. C6. No innings. Saskatoon, column C, 5, fielded, nothing. Boy, oh boy. 9th inning, top of the 9th. F for Regina. That's a 2. Oh, it's a triple play. D. That's a 5. That's a strikeout. There you go. The final is Regina Red Sox 5, Saskatoon Berries 2. There you go. Baseball time by Jason Mabry. Plays quick and easy. There are those rules. There are these stars here. I'm really not sure how to play. They don't really make a lot of sense here, so I'm gonna have to check the rules again about that. But anyways, I'm looking forward to trying this again, and I think I could set up a little league, play a short. I'm not going to play like the majors where they play 647 games in a season, but I could see myself making up a small little league, maybe 8 teams, a couple of divisions, and playing a handful of games for each. Could be cool. So anyways, maybe we'll look for that in the future. All right, well, thanks for watching.